It's frosty, yes, it is a bit chilly, winter is finally here. Lots to talk about though for this week's news, so let's get cracking. Okay, so more challenges for Greg and his team as we get our first frost of the season. However, it is due to lift today, so we are on full greens, full course. Still be careful on the fairways, guys. Bring your ball off the fairway, place it in that first cut of rough. The growth has happened nicely. However, this kind of weather is going to make things a little bit more difficult, and that's here at the Old Links. I know there's a lot of difficulties up and down the country, certainly with links golf courses losing their finer grasses. Right, these are essential. Get your woolly hats on, get your winter gloves on. If you're out there playing today, keep your head warm, keep your hands warm, layer up. Yeah, the base layers are back on, the leggings are on. Keep warm, but make sure you still able to turn. Don't wear thick jumpers, thick sweaters. Keep the hands in the gloves at all times. As soon as you lose the feeling then, when you thin that 5-iron, it will sting, I promise you. But also give yourself an opportunity to still turn. Right, I've had about 5 minutes out here, it's too cold. Let's go in the studio and do a few little swing tips. Well, it's much nicer in here. Ali's already been here this morning. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, and we've had a gapper fitting in the studio. One of our members has gone with the new gapper mid. Superb results, like 230-yard hit with a rescue club. Yeah, that's the new gapper range. I might have noticed, took mine up to Glen Eagles last week and had a fantastic time with this club specifically. The Gapper 3 mid is the one I chose. I'm going to give you a little tip on hitting the gapper clubs in a second or two as well. Before that though, back to some news here at the Old Links. Okay, so this weekend we trialled something very new. We've got about 160 golfers that want to play on a Saturday, and now that the time is of an essence, November, December, Jan, Feb are the most time restrictive months. We've managed to make a situation where we can accommodate all 160. Actually, we can probably accommodate nearly 200 golfers on a Saturday by playing 2 9-hole competitions. Instead of only having about 120 playing, which we could accommodate, and losing 30-40 from the field, 30-40 disappointed golfers, we now are able to accommodate far more. And the key to this is a front 9 comp and a back 9 comp. And in Saturday's weather conditions, it was freezing. I think the guys were quite appreciative of just only 9 holes and upstairs for a nice warm coffee. The competition went fantastically well. 2 separate comps, 2 separate twos. Winner of the front 9 competition was John Mazzaro with 22 points. Winner of the back 9 competition, also on 22 points, was Andy Moore. Special mention to Andy. We've done a lot of work with him this year on his game. Puts the time in, where, you know, practices, works hard, and it's great to see him finally take some of it out onto the golf course. King of the practice ground, but you've got to make sure you can do it out on the course. So I mentioned a little tip about hitting the gap, hitting these clubs. Is it an iron, is it a wood, where do you tee it up? First of all, make sure you've got the ball sort of from middle, about an inch forward of middle. We do want to compress the ball still. We're not sweeping these away as such. So with the gapper mid, I want to get that ball then turf a little bit. If there's plenty of grass under the ball, then I might sweep it off. But if it's a tight lie, I still play it like an iron shot. This shot I'm going to hit here, I'll do the same. So ball's about 1/3 of the way back from my left foot. Remember, we've got all these layers on at the moment, but it's still important to keep turning. Okay. Nice strike there, again, arrow straight with this club. Do like these gapper clubs. For me, this gives me an opportunity to play off a bare lie, play on a short par 4, long par 3, but really fills me with confidence when I set up to it. So going back to ball position, slightly forward of centre, make sure you still compress the ball. One thing I'm working on with my swing at the moment is generating more power and how I use my legs better. Always try and finish your golf swing over on that left side. If you feel as though you're finishing your golf swing hanging back or leaning back, I know you might be doing that to try and lift the ball airborne. You don't want to lift it, the loft of the club will do that for you. We've got to try and put as much of that energy down and through the golf ball. You might have seen something about Project 445. It's a little experiment I'm doing this week. So I've decided I'm struggling with my time management. I want to make better use of my time. So I'm pinching a couple of hours from the end of the day and putting them at the start of the day. Set my alarm for 4:45 each morning. It is a week-long trial. We'll see how we go. Gives me 5 till 7 to get a bit of training done. I've got events next year that I want to train for, whether it's golf or fitness, and also a bit of paperwork, projects that I'm planning again for the business over the next coming years. Gives me some good quality, peaceful time to do that. And also get, one thing I very rarely do is eat a proper breakfast. So I'm making a proper breakfast before I come out rather than just grabbing something as I get into the car. So far so good. I'm about 4 hours into it, and I've still got plenty of energy. We'll see how things go this afternoon. But I am doing a little vlog about this, and you can look out for that on my channel. Make sure you subscribe though. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. It is free to subscribe to my channel, and there's lots of different things and initiatives I'm doing over the next few weeks, along with obviously the weekly news that we do for members and visitors here to St Anne's Old Links Golf Club. So it is Halloween down at the Academy. We've still got our spooky Halloween targets. Pop down, give them a go. There'll be a few pumpkins out there to try and smash as well. Lots of new winter clothing, and today is the day to go and get hold of it. Yes, thicker jackets, nice woolly hats, nice gloves. I've just showed you them out there on the putting green. This is not a time to mess around with your clothing. Make sure you're warm. There's no such thing as bad weather, it's bad clothing. So make sure you wear the right clothing for the elements that are out there, and don't be cold. There's absolutely no need to. The forecast is apparently for a drier, colder winter this year, so that should see us all playing golf all winter, but make sure you're wearing the right things to play in, but also give yourself that mobility. I've got another session with Ross Eves this week. I know we're doing a lot of work on our power. He's going to do a bit of manipulation on my body, which I'm looking forward to that, and lots of other things happening as well, some very important meetings, but we will discuss them as soon as we know more. Thanks again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this week's news. Make sure you follow the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. See how Project 445 is going. Enjoy the golf. Make sure you repair your pitch marks out there. Please look after this golf course, and we'll see you all very soon.